The moment my sister accused me of sleeping with her groom, I knew she wasn't bluffing. My name is Lillian Hayes, and she didn't whisper it. She said it into a microphone, in front of everyone. "At least I'm not marrying someone who cheats with my own sister," she said, voice shaking just enough to sound real. Gasps filled the room. People turned, all of them, toward me. I was standing near the back, still holding a glass I hadn't even sipped from. "What are you talking about?" I asked. Too calm, too late, because she was already prepared. She turned to the guests, eyes glossy, lips trembling like she was barely holding it together. "I didn't want to say anything," she continued, "but I have proof." Proof. That word changed everything. Her maid of honor stepped forward, holding a phone, screen already open, messages, photos, angles that looked convincing enough from a distance. Not clear, not complete, but just enough. Murmurs spread fast. Unbelievable. I knew something was off. How could she do that? My mother stood up first. "Lillian," she said sharply, "is this true? Not are you okay, not what's going on, just accusation." My father didn't even look at me. The groom stepped back slightly, not toward me, away, like I was something he didn't want to be associated with anymore. I felt it, that shift, the moment a room decides who you are without asking. I looked at my sister, really looked, and realized something cold and simple. She wasn't panicking. She was waiting for me to break, so I didn't. I set my glass down, reached into my bag, and said quietly, "Then let's play the full version." And that's when she went pale. The room didn't quiet immediately. People were still whispering, still staring, still deciding. That's how fast it happens. A few photos, a few messages, and suddenly, you're guilty. "Full version of what?" my sister snapped, a little too quickly. There it was. The first crack. I didn't answer her. I just took out my phone, unlocked it, scrolled once, then placed it on the table beside me. The microphone picked up the faint tap, enough for people to notice. "You showed them pieces," I said calmly. "I'll show them everything." My mother stepped forward. "Lillian, stop this right now." I looked at her. For once, let me finish. Silence. Because I never said that. Not like this. Not in front of everyone. My sister laughed, but it didn't land right. "This is desperate," she said. "You got caught, now you're trying to twist it." I pressed play. The sound cut through the room instantly, clear, undeniable. Her voice, not mine. "He doesn't even like her," she said in the recording, laughing softly. "I just need to make it look real. Once the wedding's done, it won't matter what people think about her." The room froze, completely. No whispers, no movement, just silence. Pure, heavy. I didn't look at anyone. Not yet. I just let it play. "Daini trustain sto, wani mersai, wani sai. Plani trustai, wani." Make sure they look close enough. People don't check details, they just react. A chair scraped somewhere behind me, too loud in the quiet. I finally looked up, at her. Her face white, not shocked, exposed. And for the first time since she picked up that microphone, she had nothing to say. No one spoke. Not immediately, because the room was still catching up. The version of me they had just believed didn't exist anymore. My sister opened her mouth, closed it, then tried again. "That's not..." I raised my hand, not loud, not aggressive, just enough to stop her. "Let it finish," I said. My voice didn't shake. That mattered, because now they were listening, not judging, listening. The recording continued. "Once she's out of the picture, everything's easier. He won't question it. He barely notices anything anyway." A few people turned toward the groom, slowly, carefully, because now he was part of it too. His expression shifted. Confusion first. Then something heavier. Realization. "You said this?" he asked quietly. My sister didn't answer, because she couldn't, because denying it now would make it worse. The recording ended, no dramatic sound, just silence. I picked up my phone, turned it off, set it down, done. That was the difference. She needed a performance. I needed proof. My mother took a step back, not toward my sister, away. My father looked at me, really looked this time, like he was seeing something he hadn't before. "What is this?" he asked. I met his eyes. The truth. No emotion, no anger, just clarity. Because this wasn't about winning, it was about correcting something, and now there was nothing left to argue, only something to face. "What is this?" my father asked again, but this time his voice wasn't sharp. It was uncertain, because now he didn't know who to believe. My sister stepped forward quickly. "It's edited," she said. "She cut parts out. You can't trust—" "No," the groom said. Quiet. But it stopped everything. He wasn't looking at me. He was looking at her. "You said that," he repeated. Not asking. Confirming. She shook her head. "You don't understand." "Then explain it," he said. Simple. Direct. And suddenly the pressure wasn't on me anymore. It was on her. The room shifted. People weren't staring at me now. They were watching her. Waiting. The same way she had been waiting for me to break. She looked around, searching for support. My mother. My father. Her friends. No one moved. Because now they weren't sure. And doubt spreads faster than lies. "It was a joke," she said finally. A joke. That word didn't land. Not after what everyone heard. Not after what she did. To destroy her reputation? Someone in the crowd muttered. That was all it took. Whispers started again. But different this time. "That's messed up." She planned this. Over her own sister? The groom stepped back, away from her, that same distance he had taken from me earlier. Only now he understood it. "I can't do this," he said. Not loud, but final. And just like that, the wedding stopped being a wedding. It became something else. Something she couldn't control anymore. "Wait," my sister said, stepping toward him. "You're overreacting." Overreacting. The same word she used on me. He didn't move, didn't look at her the way he had an hour ago. "That wasn't a joke," he said. "You tried to destroy your own sister." She shook her head quickly. "It wasn't like that. I just needed things to be clearer. Clearer. Like ruining me was part of the plan." "For what?" he asked. She hesitated. That was it. That one pause told everyone everything. "For us," she said finally. "I didn't want anything getting in the way." Getting in the way? Of what? A wedding built on lies? The room reacted instantly, not loudly, but collectively. Disbelief, discomfort, distance. Because now people weren't just questioning her story, they were questioning her. The groom ran a hand over his face. "You fabricated evidence," he said. "You lied to everyone here." She stepped closer again. "I did it for us." "No," he replied. Simple, final. "You did it for control." That word landed heavy because it fit too well. My mother tried to step in. "Let's calm down. This can be handled privately." "No," he said again. And this time, he looked at her, then at my father, then at the room. "I need the truth," he said. Not a version, not an excuse, the truth. And for the first time, no one turned toward me for it. They all looked at her. Because now, she was the one who had to explain. She couldn't explain it. That was the problem. Every version she tried to build collapsed halfway through. I thought, she started. But there was nowhere to go with that. No clean ending. No believable reason. Because intent doesn't hide well once it's exposed. The groom took a step back. Another one. Distance again. Only this time it wasn't uncertainty. It was decision. "I'm done," he said. Not loud. Not emotional. Just finished. My sister froze. "Done with what?" she asked, like she didn't understand. "With this," he said, gesturing around the room. "With you." That landed harder than anything else. Because now, it wasn't just reputation. It was consequence. "You can't be serious," she said, her voice cracking now. "This is our wedding." He looked at her. "No," he replied. "It was supposed to be." Silence. Absolute. The kind that makes every small sound feel too loud. A glass being set down, a chair shifting, someone whispering too close. My mother stepped toward my sister, trying to hold things together. "We can fix this," she said quickly. "Fix." Again. But this time, no one believed it. Because this wasn't something that could be adjusted. It was something that had already happened. In front of everyone. And now everyone had seen it. My sister looked around the room one more time, looking for support, for someone to stand with her. No one did, because the moment the truth came out, she lost control of the only thing she had, the story. She turned to me then, finally, not confident, not controlled, desperate. "You did this," she said, voice shaking. "You ruined everything." I didn't react, because that sentence didn't belong to me. "You recorded me," she continued, stepping closer. "You set me up." I held her gaze. "You planned it," I said. Quiet. Clear. That stopped her, because we both knew that was the truth. She wasn't caught in a moment. She built one. Carefully. Deliberately. And now, she was standing inside it. My mother stepped in quickly. "Lillian, enough," she said, turning toward me. "You've made your point. This doesn't need to go any further." My point. Again. Like this was something I started. I looked at her. "For once," I said, "this isn't about me." Silence. Because now everyone understood that. My father spoke next, slower than usual. "You should have come to us first," he said. That almost made me smile. Because that meant he believed me now. But it was too late. "I tried," I replied, and left it there. No details, no reminders, just truth. The groom had already walked away, the guests were already stepping back, the room was already shifting into something else, something quieter, something real, and my sister was standing in the center of it, alone. The wedding didn't end with music, it ended with silence. Guests left quietly, no laughter, no celebration, just distance. I didn't stay long after that. There was nothing left for me there. No explanation needed, no apology expected, because everything that mattered had already been heard. As I walked out, I passed my sister. She didn't stop me this time, didn't say anything, because she finally understood. There was nothing left to say. Outside, the air felt different, clear, like something had finally been corrected. My phone buzzed once, a message from my father. "You should have told us." I read it, then locked my screen. Because that wasn't the point. I shouldn't have needed to. I got into my car and sat there for a moment, hands on the wheel, not shaking, not angry, just steady. Because this wasn't about revenge. It wasn't about exposing her. It was about something simpler, truth. And the moment it came out, everything else fell apart on its own. The wedding, the lies, the story she built, all of it. Because lies need support, truth doesn't. And when she heard that recording, that was the moment she lost everything. Not because of me. Because of what she chose.